Before we dive in, stay with me through to the end because I'm going to share a way for you to get published in high-end publications, even if you don't have a big audience or a PR team. This is the exact strategy that I've used to help entrepreneurs, coaches, and consultants unlock instant authority, drive serious organic traffic, and convert prospects with one link. I'm Joey Wilder, and I'm not just some marketer or sales strategist. I write for Entrepreneur Magazine, and I have my own column. I also contribute to hundreds of other respected publications. I've grown a personal newsletter to 3.1 million subscribers, published for USA Today, Digital News, and I've helped clients across every industry use PR as a traffic and trust multiplier. Look, this isn't about vanity, it's about visibility. And in this video, I will show you how to build the kind of credibility that does the selling for you.
Ignition sequence start. 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Today I'm here hoping to be able to interview Joey Wilder. He is the creator, inventor, founder, you name it.
We have Joey Wilder, first time coming on the show.
But at that moment, I had a choice to make. I either hit this while it's hot, while people are hyped up about it, or kind of let it simmer out. And I've been told by many great mentors that it's all about the timing of things. Here's why publishing authority actually matters. Because authority isn't about shouting louder, it's about speaking where your audience is actually listening. When you're featured in a respected publication, the conversation changes. You stop being just another expert on social media and start becoming the go-to authority and the person to go to solve X problem. Now, I've seen this firsthand. A client in the coaching space landed a single Forbes feature and used that article literally everywhere, in their funnel, in the DMs, on sales calls, and their closing rate jumped tremendously. Partnerships suddenly became easier and their positioning transformed literally overnight. When your name is associated with a trusted platform, your message carries more weight. Prospects trust you faster, sales become smoother and feel more like an elegant conversation. And that's the power of borrowed credibility and borrowed authority. And when you earn it, you can leverage it everywhere. Here's how I got published and what most people actually get wrong. I didn't have a PR team. I had no insider connections. I didn't have an editor who was a friend of a friend doing a favor of a friend. What I had was strategy, and I actually studied the highest performing entrepreneur articles in my specific niche. I identified what titles stood out, what tone they used, and what stories actually got featured. Then I mirrored that style while injecting my own unique data points and real client outcomes. I pitched 3 headlines that were relevant, original, and tied to results. I didn't overly hype. I didn't talk like a robot. I actually helped. Here's the simple truth. Editors don't want fluff. They want clarity and they want consistency. And that's what ultimately got me the green light. And here's the deeper insight that I actually gained. I used real stories and actual outcomes to frame each article. I wrote like a peer and not a promoter. And that's what separates contributors from pitches that just get ignored. In our industry, there's a lot of pay-to-play PR people spending thousands to get featured and then presenting it as if it was earned. Like, oh my God, this publication decided to feature me. Here's the truth. Everyone knows the difference, editors know the difference, and so does everyone around you. And there's a clear distinction between paying for placement and pitching with value. I've done both. But what I'm sharing here is the pitch strategy, the kind that builds long-term trust and gets you invited back. Here's how you actually use authority to drive visibility and sales. Now, getting published is the start, but it's not the finish line. Once the article is live, that piece becomes your leverage. Now, we've used client features as ads, follow-up emails, funnel openers, even podcast intros. One B2B client landed an Inc. magazine feature, and we used that single article in email signatures, website banners, and paid retargeting. And on the back end, it led to $27,000 in new business within the first few weeks of publishing. This literally isn't hype. This is just smart integration and consistency. And when you know how to embed authority into your content ecosystem, everything starts to convert better. Your message sticks, your trust is higher, and everything begins to multiply. Now, let me tell you a few stories from real clients who used this strategy. Natalie was a performance coach who struggled to stand out in a crowded and mature market. We got her published in Thrive Global and Authority Magazine, and after using those articles in her sales process, she saw a 40% bump in her close rate and got invited to speak on 3 podcasts just from being Googled. And then there's Marcus, a fractional CFO who wasn't getting past the first call with prospects. Now, we got him featured in Entrepreneur with an article on profitability systems for 7-figure founders. And he started using that article in LinkedIn outreach and booked $68,000 in new client retainers in 6 weeks. Even new founders benefit. And then there's Sarah, a first-time agency owner who got a guest post published on Addicted to Success, and she shared it across her network and booked her first $5,000 client within days of going live. Now, clearly, authority changed the game. Now, I know all of this sounds great and it sounds enticing, and I'm not here to have you sign over your firstborn to get published or anything of the sort. But if you are serious about positioning yourself as the go-to in the industry, it starts with showing up where people trust you. And that's what PR done right delivers. Not noise, but actual trust with a backlink that builds authority back to your website and your funnel. And if you want to shortcut the guesswork and you want to get published with a backlink on a site that fits your niche with a team who writes it for you, then I recommend you check out the PR Accelerator. We will write the article for you, tailor it to your brand and voice, and get it published on a premium outlet. We have hundreds to choose from, and this is all for just $127. You choose the publication, we handle the rest. Everything is done for you, and we get it up within 72 hours. This isn't just about looking good. It's about converting faster, standing out longer, and showing up as the leader. If that sounds like something you want, head to growthpartnersmarketing.com/getpr, choose your outlet, lock in your first article, and let's make your authority undeniable, and let's put it in ink. If you guys like this video, do me a favor, drop me a like, leave me a comment down below, and let me know what you got from it. I appreciate you all tuning in, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.